I was afraid because I hadn't seen this type of animal before.
Nawuya Bernard, a local fisherman, was preparing his fishing nets along the Dja River when he had a frightening encounter with the creature.
The animal was walking in the river. It was long and big.
Bernard says it had large, sharp teeth, and its appearance struck him with terror.
What I saw were the spines, which were on his back. It had a long neck. I was afraid and just ran.
Witness reports indicate that the animal likely lives in the southeastern rainforest of Cameroon on the west coast of Africa. The largest group of sightings is at the meeting point of 3 rivers. The area is so remote that few Westerners have ever seen this part of the world or the massive, uncharted wilderness it holds.
In 55,000 square miles of unexplored jungle, there's just not been anyone around to observe the animals, except in the rare cases.
Those who have seen the creature say it looks much like this one, a sauropod dinosaur. Sauropods were widespread during the Jurassic period, and fossilized remains have been found on every continent except Antarctica. These herbivores are members of the same family as the Brontosaurus. They had long necks with small heads, big bodies, and claw-like feet, identical to reported sightings of the Mokele Emembe. The creature is said to be an extremely territorial beast, attacking those who stray into its territory. But some experts simply don't believe it is possible for such an animal to exist.
Well, we know the fossil record of sauropod dinosaurs very well. They actually died out sometime before the rest of the dinosaurs died out.
Dr. Donald Prothero is a professor of geology at Occidental College in Los Angeles. He says science by nature rules out their existence.
The problem with the Mokele Mbembe idea is that there are several basic zoological facts that have been ignored by the people trying to find it. And the biggest problem and the biggest issue that arises not only with this animal, with things like the Loch Ness Monster as well, is that for an animal like this to exist, there cannot just be one of them. There has to be a large population of them, especially if they've been around, as some people have claimed, for 65 million years.
Dr. Prothero says that in order to have survived, there would need to be a breeding population of the animals.
If there were a large population of animals this large, we would not have any trouble seeing them, and it would not be something that has such sketchy evidence in support of it.
Prothero believes the sightings could be a result of mistaken identity.
And they have a very different idea about what is real and what is legendary in cultures like that than we do in Western culture.
The professor wants hard evidence before he'll believe.
We cannot rely on secondary sources to document something as incredible as these. We have to have physical evidence that's much more convincing.
A monster quest expedition to West Africa will try to bring him just such proof.
We're looking for a very elusive animal.
Cryptozoologist Bill Gibbons has traveled to Africa to search for Mokele Emembe 6 times in the last 3 decades. He will lead the team.
This will be my 6th expedition in total, 2 to the Congo and 4 to Cameroon.
Researcher Rob Mullen will be joining the team and making his 3rd trip to Africa in search of the creature.
I'm not really concerned with whether Western science says that this animal can't exist. I'm more concerned with the fact that all of the local people say that it does exist.
Cameroon is about the size of California, with less than half the population. Gibbons and Mullins will travel east from the capital, Yaoundé, and then south more than 450 miles to Malundu, a town near the Congo border.